Thousands of sexual abuse claims have been filed since New York lawmakers passed so-called look-back laws in 2019 and 2022 that allow people to file claims even if the statute of limitations had run out. Jeff Anderson, who represents 300 of those who have filed claims, says the fund is a, quote, step in the right direction, but that no agreement has been made. In New York, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Florida State wins the women's national soccer title, and the college is beating Stanford 1-0. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News.
Come here, Randy Williams.
This is Viewpoint, a presentation of the News and Public Affairs Department of AM 1490 WHPP. We welcome your input on the issues of the day. You can contact us on the Viewpoint line by calling 875-1490. The opinions expressed by our callers and guests do not necessarily reflect those of the management and staff of AM 1490 WHPP. And now, here's today's Viewpoint.
And good morning and welcome into the Tuesday morning Viewpoint. For this Tuesday morning, December 9th, 2025, I'm your host, Randy Williams. 334-875-1490 and 1492 are the numbers to call if you have comments or questions. And we on Viewpoint go up and down. Now there's some days when it gets really intense, and other days not. I take it one day at a time. That is, as we say in the business, the nature of the beast. Now there's a lot going on, and I guess the best place to start. Well, I'm kind of glad to hear that $12 billion has been made available for farm aid. Farmers are really important. You know what I mean? If you don't have farmers, you don't have food. And it's probably not a good idea just to have one or two mega food companies or farming organizations. The small farmers and the small farms are really important to any nation, and especially ours. And so President Trump has announced a $12 billion farm aid package, a boost to farmers who have struggled to sell their crops while getting hit by rising costs after the president raised tariffs on China as part of a broader trade war. He unveiled the plan yesterday at a White House roundtable with Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins. Lawmakers from farm states were there, and farmers who thanked him for the help. One of the farmers, an Iowa farmer, said that with this bridge payment, we'll be able to farm another year. Rollins put the immediate value of the program at $11 billion, money that the White House said will offer one-time payments to row crop farmers. Another $1 billion will be put aside for specialty crops as the administration works to better understand the circumstances for those farmers. Rollins said the aid will move by the end of February. She said, a year lifeline to a small business is significant. That gives a business, especially farmers, gives you enough time to regroup and rearrange things and reposition yourself and survive and hopefully map a new or chart a new course for the next several years after that year is over. That's another thing. I don't know. Many people may not realize that there are differences with how the financial community handles commercial or business loans and residential or personal loans. You know, a business is going to need the money a lot quicker. Is the protocol in the financial community. That sometimes it looks like it's trying to change a little bit, but still, at the end of the day, businesses get the priority in terms of time. Time is money in business, and so that farmer said that'll give him a year to regroup and get it together. Now, you know, I was listening to a commentator describe Sylvester Stallone, who received an honor at the Kennedy Center. And he described him as being having sold the world really on America, much like Jackie Chan did for China. You know, the power of entertainment and the power of movies and theater and Hollywood and Bollywood for India, you know, is not to be underestimated. But at the same time, we need to be really thoughtful in how we view where China is at. And there's been some new developments. There's a couple of things going on with China that I'm finding interesting. Let's go to the phone line first. Viewpoint, you're on the air.
Good morning, Randy.
Good morning. How are you?
I just needed a conversation that started off with it, and I just wanted to call in and say something correct before you start explaining for Donald Trump. The bill is because of him, what he's done since he's been in office. I don't think it's a big dust bowl that a president has a bailout promise. But most of this administration, he had a bailout promise because of the things he did. Excuse me, that was a cold comment. But I just wanted to tell the people that before you go ahead on and try to go ahead on and make Trump a hero. No hero.
Well, I think he admitted that the reason why they came up with the $12 billion was to offset what had happened to the farmers as a result of his tariff. So that was one of the, you know, he admitted that right up front. So you know.
No, he ran Trump. I mean, he ran Biden to the whole thing.
Well, I don't know which. Well, nah, he may have. Well, anyway, okay. Well, you made your point.
He ran the Biden administration for that. He ran the Biden administration for the military and stuff. When he came into office, things were going pretty stable. He just disrupted everything. I mean, you got farmers going out of business and now going bankrupt. You got more farmers suicide. You got more small business going out of business and going bankrupt than you have in the last 20 years. Because they can't keep up with what he's doing. He just don't have any idea and you know what he's doing. These people can't go there and for the next 6 months, the next year, and then like that. Small businesses are being wrecked. But his friends, they didn't have that stuff. They're doing very fine. Can't see what's going on.
Well, that's your opinion. I got some other folks trying to get through. Gotta let you go. Viewpoint, you're on the air. Okay, that caller's gone. Viewpoint, you're on the air.
Good morning, Randy.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great this morning. I just want to make the announcement. Our second board meeting will be December the 11th of 2025 at 5 o'clock at the City Council Chamber on the second floor.
On the second floor, the City Council chambers, Thursday, December 11th. At what time?
At 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock in the council chambers. Okay.
And also, we have council meeting tonight, and they invite the citizens to come out to the council meeting to be updated on what the city is moving forward on. Session at 5 and council meeting start at 6:30.
So how's that working out with the work session and the council meeting on the same day?
Well, you know, it works out good. A And you won't be able to vote until the next council meeting. You're discussing, you have this, everything will be in place where you, like when you have your work session, you talk about it, and then when you have a council meeting, so it's to be put on for the motion to be voted on the next council meeting.
Oh, so the consent agenda that you vote on tonight is last week's work from the work session.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
And you have time, to make sure that everything is in place and you already discussed it, and then you come back. Unless we have something very important that we will have to vote on a minute, to vote on it that night. But we just put this policy procedures in place, so hopefully it'll work out good.
How's your toy drive going?
It's going good. Mostly the same people that support me every year. Since I've been doing that, they continue to support me, and I really do thank them and appreciate it. I like to keep things going, giving back to people that are needed, and also people I love to remember, especially the victims. I always think about them. Means a lot to me. That I continue to, God has blessed me this long to continue to receive my blessing to give them. And it's good that I'm able to do that. And I'm happy to have people with a good heart. They give from their heart.
Yeah, that sounds good. I was Saturday. I left before you came, but I understand you were also over at Tasty Bees for their grand opening on Saturday on Highland Avenue. What did you think?
I love it. In places like that, the reason why it is so important, that highway, when people coming into our city and going out, we need places where people can stop and eat. We have enough places like service stations and stuff like that, but we need on that area besides McDonald's and Taco Bell and that it's good. I'm happy to see them move in that area, their business in that area.
Yeah, that's a high traffic area. You're right. I mean, you got people coming on Highway 80, coming from and going to Texas or all points west, back and forth, and from the bypass. And so, yeah, it's a good location.
Yeah, the people in the city will patronize them, and it's a good location because before they came, it was a business like a store, like I think it was an ABC store or something like that.
It was a liquor store. I don't know if I even ever walked in there, but when I saw it Saturday though, when I came inside, it's a lot bigger inside than what I thought it was.
Yeah, and that's in Christie Thomas location. That is in her district, and that is good. They moved in a better district so they can God has blessed them to be able. That business it can grow. It's in the growing business. Everybody likes to eat out. Just give everybody else a chance to pass it through if they want to stop and give them some of their business.
Yeah, that's a full service restaurant that people can sit down and dine in or take out, and it's soul food, huh?
Yeah. And you can fix them. They got a variety of food that you would like to select from. So I'm happy to see them move there.
Well, it's good. Good that you're supportive, though. Of these small businesses, and and it's female owned and operated.
Yeah.
So
I know those young ladies. I know their family and some of the friends of mine. Their relatives, and I'm happy to see them keep moving forward and being blessed.
Okay, all right, Councilwoman. Well, again, your ward meeting is Thursday, December the 11th at 5 p.m. in the council chambers.
I also will have it on social media. I also will put it through chamber comment, and I'm spreading this over then through the radio announcement. So everybody that wants to know about our first ward meeting before the end of the year. Discuss some of the things that we've been working on and planning in the future to do in our district.
Yeah, okay. Well, that sounds like a winner. Anything else?
No, sir. Those are the only two things that I have going on right now. The ward meeting and the Christmas thing I do every year. And then the people in my district, they invite to come out to see what I do every year for these families. So that's about all that I have to say this morning. And you have a blessed day, Randy.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Thomas, and I'll see you somewhere around the next time, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Thank you for calling. We're going to take this break, and I'll be back with more after these messages.
To Peak Insurance, recently voted Best Insurance Agency in the Summertime Journal Reader's Choice Awards. And a big round of applause for Lauren Adams, named Best Customer Service Representative. And for Chase Easy, voted Best Insurance Agent.
We want to take a moment to say something very important. Thank you. Thank you to our loyal customers who continue to trust us with your insurance needs year after year. Your confidence means everything to us. I'm Owen Peak. At Peak Insurance, we're proud to be the only locally owned independent insurance agency in Dallas County. From helping you choose the right coverage to standing by your side if you ever have a claim. We represent many great insurance companies, but we work for you. We're also honored to be the exclusive representative of Auto Owners Insurance in Dallas County, along with many other top-rated carriers. So once again, from all of us here at Peak Insurance, thank you for your loyalty and thank you for your confidence. Stop by and see us at 1003 Broad Street in Selma. Call today or visit peakinsurance.com. Peak coverage, peak service, Peak Insurance.
If you're considering home renovation, restoration, or construction of a brand new home from the foundation up, it's very important that you choose the right contractor from the start. That's why you should contact Steve Johnson at Renovation Plus. Renovation Plus specializes in all phases of home repair, paint, and remodeling. Take down this phone number, 334-412-1939. Steve Johnson at Renovation Plus, licensed, bonded, and insured. Listen to this, Renovation Plus customer.
This is Sandra at Cornerstone Realty. He works very well with his client. If he says he's going to be there, he's going to be there. He does excellent work, and he also is more than just a carpenter. He's more a craftsman.
Steve at Renovation Plus will respect your home, helping to keep it clean and neat with minimal disturbance during construction. Call Steve at Renovation Plus, 334-412-1939. How's your circulation? Do you suffer from fatigue, leg cramp, weakness, or pain in your legs from walking? Do you often have to stop and rest before you can continue? If so, you could be suffering from PAD, peripheral artery disease, blockages in your circulatory system. It may be time for you or your doctor to get in touch with Alabama Vascular Specialists. AVS is growing and serving our area with the most advanced vascular surgery and treatment available today. Dr. Ralph Redd, Dr. Irwin White-Giddens, and Dr. Richard Tan are changing lives for the better when it comes to the vascular health of their patients. Other factors include high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, smoking, and high cholesterol, all big contributors to poor circulation and vascular problems. Not to mention family history. AVS can help put you on the road to recovery. Offices in Montgomery and Selma. Call 334-801-9952 and online at alabamavascularspecialist.com.
What happens when a much-beloved, highly respected dentist retires? The answer? He moves to the country to enjoy wildlife and nature. What happens to the retired dentist who wants to stay active? Easy answer. He opens up Dirt Road Dentist. Many of you already know Dr. Ron Robertson as the downtown dentist in Prattville. He's in the country now, just north of Tollerville on County Road 13. And while he's enjoying the great Atsalter County outdoors, he's still taking care of old patients and looking for new ones. Dr. Ron is now able to provide more affordable dental procedures with compassionate, country-friendly care. For sure, Dr. Ron takes care of the pain, so when he yanks out that wisdom tooth, you won't scream and scare off the deer. Dirt Road Dentist is only about 25 minutes from Selma and 15 minutes from Prattville. Follow him on Facebook or phone 334-365-2238. We'll get you in and out in a hurry, unless you want to chat about deer plots or crappie fishing. Dr. Ron Robertson, the Dirt Road Dentist, 387 County Road 13 in Tollerville. Most insurance welcome.
1490 WHBB. Good morning to you on this Tuesday morning. The Associated Press is reporting that President Trump said yesterday that he would allow NVIDIA to sell an advanced type of computer chip used in the development of artificial intelligence to approved customers in China. There have been concerns about allowing advanced computer chips to be sold to China, as it could help the country better compete against the U.S. in building out artificial intelligence capabilities. And of course, artificial intelligence, also known as AI. But there has also been a desire to develop the artificial intelligence ecosystem with American companies, such as chip maker NVIDIA. Now, the chip known as H200 is not NVIDIA's most advanced product. Those chips are called Blackwell and the upcoming Rubin, and they were not a part of what the president approved. Trump said on social media that he had informed China's leader Xi Jinping about his decision, and President Xi responded positively. So, these are more developments with China. Don't kid yourself. I'm not kidding myself. China's goal is to be the dominant military and economic force in the world. They want to replace the United States, and they're going to do everything. That's what they do. They're very aggressive about that. I found interesting, though, that yesterday also, no, not yesterday, today actually, in Bangkok, China is hosting a forum of top international organizations in Beijing. And so they're getting ready to plan what they're going to do for the next several years. And so I think we're going to have to be aware of where China is headed and what they want to do. It's a dangerous world. This is not the same. This is not the same world that it has been. Things are constantly changing, and the 24-hour news cycle changes quickly, and it's becoming more and more difficult to determine hidden agendas. And many of those agendas come from news sources. And you certainly can't trust the internet fully. Don't believe everything you see and hear. You got to think and sift and see what it is that, and consider the sources. And when I watch these political debates, they usually these days, I think 99% of them are along party lines. And that says it all, because everybody's, positioning themselves for the midterm and the next presidential election. Viewpoint, you're on the air.
We said politics, people said politics. Don't you just get tired of it? Really, I just wanted to call and say thank you so much to Ms. Thomas for the report that she gave us. Because, the meeting coming up, I think the location is just perfect, because the city hall building, we've had meetings for years. It's always been accommodating. I hope it's a work environment, because anytime we have had to take us like that, it can be uncomfortable and unbearable for people, bad news and that kind of thing. So anyway, I just wanted to call and say thank you for the report. I thought she spoke impeccably. I think that I've always said now, she's a good one. And I'm glad to see that she's a little bit more independent in her decisions. I thought at one time it was a little bit, more to influence on her. When, what happened to how the man who used to work with you, his
I don't know who you're speaking of.
The man that was a co-worker with you or Doc Holiday.
Oh, you mean Doc? Yeah, Alvin. Doc Holiday. Yeah, he passed away several years ago.
So I'm asking, did his family, they were around him?
Well, no, they moved. She moved. His wife moved. His wife and children, they all moved out of Selma.
Because they used to open out there, because they used to open the church for many of the meetings that we used to have. She did, and Vice did. So I remember things when we were in the community for a lot of years, and then after Doc died. And I know she still has family here. So I'm just curious because we have relationships with these people. And when the thing about, I called your attention to about the negligence of our community having allowed the voters' rights back to be removed because it's in the stages for that rejection. There are several things that we could have talked about, and I would like to ask people, what do you think about Mr. Trump getting his own peace prize? I told him you can never do that. Just people can invent things that is not always possible. Mr. Co-workers, unfortunately. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling. Let's take another break. We'll be back with more after these messages.
With Barry Parker and our friends at Reliable Chevrolet and GMC, 80 years, Barry.
That's right, George. We've been right here at the same location at 14th Lawrence Street. Also the same family, the Porter family. Bill is here, has his two sons, John and Will, and soon they'll be taking over, so there'll be a third generation that has had the ownership of Reliable Chevrolet GMC.
Now let's talk about what's going on with Chevrolet and GMC. We're coming up on the end of the year. Big time discounts on these 25s that you got left.
That's right, George. We're moving them out right and left. If you're in the market for a 2025 model, I encourage you to come down, get them while they're still available, because the 26s are here and we've got more coming. So we got to make room for whatever your transportation needs are. We can take care of them right here. And let us get you fixed up so you can be riding today.
Not forget about pre-owned side and service.
That's right. We've got all kind of makes and models on the pre-owned inventory, from cars to trucks to SUV. And when it comes to getting your vehicle serviced, we have the top service department in Central Alabama right here at Reliable Chevrolet GMC.
And is that fifth oil change still free?
Always free, not just your first fifth, every fifth oil change. Regardless of how many vehicles you have in the family, each one stands on its own.
To get in touch with Reliable Chevrolet and GMC, what do we do?
872-2337, or check us out on our website at reliablegmc.com, or best, just come visit us right here at 14th Lawrence Street in downtown Selma.
At Reliable, where they truly have it all.
Yeah.
Feeling bad? Don't have a doctor? Don't know what to do or where to go? Whether you need urgent care, primary care, or even family care, Primary Health Solutions is there for you at 913 Medical Center Parkway, right down from the Vaughan Regional Hospital. You don't need an appointment, just walk in or call 334-418-6700. Dr. Tyler Goins and nurse practitioners at Wood, Neck, and Crane will get you in, evaluate your symptoms, and prescribe the right treatment to get you well soon. Primary Health Solutions, Medical Center Parkway, Selma.
It's a big world out there, fast-paced and full of challenges. The last thing you need when you have a vehicle accident is more hassle on top of hassle. Wouldn't it be great if you could just go sit down and talk to Mom and Pop when you can? Mom and Pop are alive and well at Auto Beauty Body Shop in Selma. Aaron and Cindy Grimes have owned and operated Auto Beauty Shop for a good while now, and they extend their caring family approach to their customers. Certainly, they have the latest multi-tech equipment and highly trained
I guess that's what it does.
and they have an excellent relationship with all the insurance providers. But they have something no other body shop has. They have Aaron and Cindy, the Mom and Pop of vehicle body repair. A simple approach to discussing the damage, the estimate, and the factory quality repairs. Please drive safe, but if you have an accident, ask your tow truck driver to take your vehicle to Ron and Pop Auto Beauty Body Shop, 2001 Highway 14 East, phone 334-872-2248. They're early bird delays. They can get you in today and start your repairs right away.
1490 WHBB. Good morning on this Tuesday morning. Excuse me, 334-875-1490 and 1492 are the numbers to call if you have comments or questions. You know, I hear a lot of people bring up the Voting Rights Act of 1965. I haven't read those legal opinions in a while, but to the best of my memory, the Supreme Court said that Section 5 of the Voting Rights Act needed to be looked at again with a fresh pair of eyes. And basically what they said was that the political landscape is not the same now as it was in 1965, and it's not. I mean, in 1965, there was only one black congressperson, Adam Clayton Powell, no black senators. And now we have a black caucus and a Hispanic caucus, you know, and I think we've got 2 black senators, and we've had a black president and a black vice president. And so, you know, in other words, the formula has to be looked at differently than what the landscape was like 60 years ago, 60 plus years ago. And my thing is, well, at the end of the day, in 1965, when the Voting Rights Act was signed, the voting rights campaign that led up to Bloody Sunday and the Selma to Montgomery March was because of the mass disenfranchisement of African Americans not even being able to register to vote. That no longer exists. Now the challenge is people who are registered to vote. you know, and at the end of the day, it was all about local communities having a voice in local government, being able to determine or to have a voice in who was the mayor, who is city council person for the area I live in, or county commissioner, who is the probate judge. Do I have a voice and a vote for that? You know, can I help elect a state representative or a state senator or a U.S. congressperson? You know, that was not possible in 1965, but today it is. And I challenge people who still have not registered to vote to register. And instead of us getting 30-40% turnout, you know, in terms of people who are registered, the number should be a lot higher. But, you know, it's not just African Americans, it's Americans in general who have become apathetic when it comes to getting involved in the electoral process. Unless it's really the only way to get people out, you got to get them fired up about some crazy issue. And that's what they do. That's where the dirty tricks department comes in. Let's see if we can't get people to get excited, hook nor crook, whatever we have to do, and if it's going to help my candidate get elected. And this is what it's coming down to in all of these major markets and small markets too. Whoever has the knowledge and money and the finance to be able to organize a political campaign and execute it. That's what it's coming down to. And speaking of which, you know, for case in point, of course, we know that in the Black Belt of Alabama, that the majority of the Black Belt counties, to my knowledge, are predominantly Democrat. If you want to hold an elected office, you almost have to be a Democrat if you expect to to be elected. And that's just the nature of the beast. That being said, the Democratic Party in Dallas County last month, on the 25th of November, announced the qualifying dates for the 2026 election cycle. And it was set by the Dallas County Democratic Executive Committee. And the election cycle date was set to begin on Monday, January 5th at 9 a.m. simultaneously with the Alabama Democratic State Party, and in Friday, January 23rd, 2026 at 5 p.m. in accordance with Alabama election law. Candidates seeking a county spot on the Democratic primary ballot must qualify with County Chairman Collins Pettaway III. The county ballot positions include sheriff, coroner, tax collector, tax assessor, and county school board members for districts 1, 4, and 5. Candidates for a 4-year term on the County Democratic Executive Committee also qualify locally. In 1965, there were no blacks on the Democratic Executive Committee. I'm just saying, that's food for thought. Interested candidates may qualify at Thomas Accounting and Income Tax Service, located at 1600 Broad Street, Selma, Alabama, 36703. County qualifying hours will be from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. The county qualifying fee is set at 2% of the annual salary of the desired position. County committee candidates qualifying fee is $75. You can request a candidate qualifying information kit for a county ballot position at the DEC secretary at gmail.com. All the other ballot positions, such as governor, U.S. Senate, U.S. House of Representatives, state Senate, and state House Representative, are qualified through the state party's election portal at aldemocrats.org. Viewpoint, you're on the air.
Randy, you confuse us. You said there were no blacks. You're talking, your rhetoric is so...
It's a fact. Were there any blacks on the Democratic Party in 1965 Executive Committee in Dallas County? Answer my question.
Let's come to date. I mean, the rhetoric that you talk...
There are only 2 white elected officials in in Selma city government.
It wouldn't matter if they were purple, if they had a good heart. Okay, we are now beyond whether or not it's race. We have black people who have shown us that they really just don't have a good heart. So that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm not trying to insult you by saying that there were no whites. What were the whites? There were no blacks. What were the blacks with a good heart? You know, we seem to have a bit of an attitude in the youth that we are reared than we were ourselves in many cases. Or maybe even our parents were, because of understanding, of course. But I just want to point that out.
Well, a lot of the rhetoric that I hear, it implies that, and you have implied, that the Voting Rights Act is under attack and that the blacks' rights to vote are threatened, that they're trying to get rid of blacks being able to participate in the electoral process, and I say that's not true. We're not even voting. What are you talking about? We're not voting with what we got.
What you are saying is not true.
What? Are we at 100% voter turnout for those of us who are registered to vote, black people?
Listen, nobody can ever reach your expectation in your life.
Well, are we at 50%?
Randy, you are not the one.
I'm not judging anybody. I just asked the question, but the question, I just asked the question. What's the answer?
You are not a listener. You are really not the one. Okay, you are.
I'm doing my job. I'm asking a question.
I'm telling you, the education that you're trying to perform to empower people is not right. It's antagonistic. You really are.
That's your opinion. And I thank God you're in a very small minority of people that think that way that I talk with.
Okay.
I'm out in the street every day.
We are overlooking, you know, sometimes we can look what they say. We look at the glory side until we can't see the real truth.
No, far too many of us play the victim card instead of getting up off of our butts and doing what we can do to make things better.
You are harsh. You are.
That's the only way to do it. That's called tough love, sister. Tough love is what we need. Or we're going to continue to shoot and mow each other down on the streets like animals with handguns and knives. Is that not true?
You are something else. You are not a victim person at all. I'm just saying for the radio.
I'm telling it like it is. I'm not trying to tickle your ear. I'm telling you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. Well, that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. Thank God for freedom of speech in the First Amendment. Thank you for calling. Got to take this break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Broad has GE and hot corn appliances off the floor ready for you to come see. There's mattresses by Sealy, Ashley, and Capital. Gorgeous furniture for every room in your home, too. Living room, dining room, and some one-of-a-kind pieces. Gray's Furniture on Broad has been serving this area in the same location for over 60 years. Miss Margaret and Miss Lisa would be delighted for you to stop by. Open 9:30 to 5 Monday through Friday, 10 to 3 on Saturday. Gray's on Broad. Furniture so nice to come home to.
Every season is a great season to have a Cotton State Barn. From holiday storage to spring and summer yard work, there is a Cotton State Barn perfect for you. It's always zero down, no credit check, free delivery, and low monthly rent-to-own payments on Alabama's top-rated #1 selling portable barns. And don't forget, 90 days, same as cash. Cotton State Barns are built in Alabama for Alabama. Visit the website, cottonstatebarns.com, to see all the models, including brand new styles and sizes. Take a tour of 19 different models, styles, and sizes, and find a dealer near you at cottonstatebarns.com. It's the highest quality and most affordable storage solution with the industry's longest front-to-back 6-year warranty. Zero down, no credit check. Low monthly rent-to-own payments and free delivery anywhere in Alabama. And it's always 90 days, same as cash. Cotton State Barns, built in Alabama for Alabama. Cotton State Barns.
1490 WHBB. You know, I just get tired of the what I see as being hypocrisy. I remember when Barack Obama was senator and running for president, many of the same people who advocate Black empowerment were the first ones to endorse Hillary Clinton. Now, after President Obama became president, they embraced him, but they did not support his candidacy to be elected for the nomination of the president for the Democratic Party. To me, that's hypocritical. That's hypocritical. And so, I'm tired of people playing the victim card and making excuses for why things can't happen. I think about Ron Brown. He's dead now. He was Bill Clinton's, one of his main campaign strategists, Black man. And at the end of the day, he summed it up by saying, if once we've learned the knowledge and the science of the political system and you work it, and you got to pay your dues, you got to work, nothing is free. And I just hear too many people that are playing that free victim card. After a while, that's old, Viewpoint, you're on the air.
Well,
Yes, sir. How are you this morning?
Fairly middle. How about you?
I'm here. I'm all right. I'm fine. What's on your mind?
You know, I was listening to you last caller, babe, and apparently, babe, you're telling the truth, babe, and you just don't want to admit it. If you're spewing a whole bunch of dang on false statements and everything, why is she still listening? Is this the only radio station in town? Why did you listen if you're telling wrong stuff?
Well, you've got a group of people. I hate to say it. I know there's a group of folks that want me to say what they want me to say. I'm not, God willing, I'm not doing that. That's not my style. My goal is to tell the truth and to give good, accurate information. And I'm not interested in misleading people.
Well, I think they can't handle the truth. Plain and simple. They can't. They rather live and alive than mistake the truth.
Well, I hate to say it, but for some of us, Donald Trump is the best thing that happened because we can blame everything, every failure, everything that's going wrong. I can blame on Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Look at that dang little town back here over in Hawaii, man. It got burnt completely to the ground. The whole town. Trump's fault. We just told everybody came through Selma back here a few years back. Trump's fault. Donald Trump got the military back to order that tornado to come down through here and tear this place up. Well, I mean, if Donald Trump did that, if they say he's the devil, how come he just didn't wipe the whole dang on town off the map? Why was just a dang little stretch by that right down through the center of the hill was even affected? I mean, if people only take their head out of the sand and think by what in the world by these dang on other folks they're getting them to do, what's making them look so dang on bad, I mean, they'd be ashamed of themselves. Every time you turn on the dang on TV, you see black guys the black women out here get arrested for running from the cops for some reason or another. And then they're good and well they should have been out there go riding in a stolen car or riding around with stolen plates on the car or whatever. Lined up out here getting on a race with a police officer now. Don't you know how bad that makes them look? Hey, if my kids back here would have done that, I'd turn the damn thing off.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Well, it wasn't always like that. People were more when we had a higher a bar of morality, and we're more conscious of that we all represent our various communities. I don't know if people care anymore. People act like they don't care. I've got some other folks trying to get through. Let you make a closing remark.
You have a good day, young man. You keep going.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Viewpoint, you're on the air.
Yeah, we keep talking about free speech and stuff, but every time somebody calls up there, they don't agree with you. We keep cutting them off. We don't let them finish their statement or anything. But when these white guys call up there, we just let them speak and we agree with them on everything. And then, we told there, you are one rude and cruel man. And you never even speak to me too. I don't know what somebody did to you in the past or something, but we got it out for black people, Democrats. I mean, anything you do. It's like you keep talking about.
Well, you know what? I'm tired of you too, because I'm gonna let the work I do will speak for me, brother. What do you do? What organization have you helped? What do you do? What do you do?
Let me ask you something.
I asked you a question. You can't answer it because you don't do anything but complain.
This is what I do. I'm not in the public like you are.
I didn't. I'm not. Before I was in public life, I was involved. I've been involved since I was before a child. What have you done in the movement? What have you done in the community to help anybody other than yourself? And when you accuse or when you come at me like that, you better have something to say. What are you doing? You're not doing nothing. So that's what I'm talking about. Say what? I didn't say nothing about agreement. I said, what are you doing? You can't tell me what you're doing because you're not doing anything. That's the whole point. Well, then tell me one thing that you've done in the community that we can confirm. Say what? Oh, see, you're avoiding my question. You're avoiding my question because I asked the question because I know the answer. Anyway, thank you for calling. Got to take this last break.
We're with Barry Parker and our friends at Reliable Chevrolet and GMC. 80 years, Barry.
That's right, George. We've been right here at the same location at 14th Lawrence Street. Also the same family, the Porter family. Bill is here and has his two sons, John and Will. And soon they'll be taking over. So it'll be a third generation that has had the ownership of Reliable Chevrolet GMC.
Now let's talk about what's going on with Chevrolet and GMC. We're coming up on the end of the year. Big time discounts on these 25s that you got left.
That's right, George. We're moving them out right and left. If you're in the market for a 2025 model, let me encourage you to come down, get them while they're still available, because the 26s are here and we've got more coming. So we got to make room. Whatever your transportation needs are, we can take care of them right here. And let us get you fixed up so you can be riding today.
Not forget about the pre-owned side and service.
That's right. We've got all kind of makes and models on the pre-owned inventory, from cars to trucks to SUV. And when it comes to getting your vehicle serviced, we have the top service department in Central Alabama right here at Reliable Chevrolet GMC.
And is that fifth oil change still free?
Always free, not just your first fifth, every fifth oil change, regardless of how many vehicles you have in the family, each one stands on its own.
To get in touch with Reliable Chevrolet and GMC, what do we do?
872-2337, or check us out on our website at reliablegmc.com, or best, just come visit us right here at 14th Lawrence Street in downtown Selma.
That's Reliable, where they truly have it all.
Congratulations to Peak Insurance, recently voted Best Insurance Agency in the Summertime Journal Reader's Choice Awards. And a big round of applause for Warren Adams, named Best Customer Service Representative. And for Chase Simpson, voted Best Insurance Agent.
We want to take a moment to say something very important. Thank you. Thank you to our loyal customers who continue to trust us with your insurance needs year after year. Your confidence means everything to us. I'm Owen Peak. At Peak Insurance, we're proud to be the only locally owned independent insurance agency in Dallas County. From helping you choose the right coverage to standing by your side if you ever have a claim. We represent many great insurance companies, but we work for you. We're also honored to be the exclusive representative of Auto Owners Insurance in Dallas County, along with many other top-rated carriers. So once again, from all of us here at Peak Insurance, thank you for your loyalty and thank you for your confidence. Stop by and see us at 1003 Broad Street in Selma. Call today or visit peakinsurance.com.
1490 WHBB. Well, if I've offended anyone, if I offend you when I question why cities, when I question the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, as far as that's concerned, when I ask why is it, how is it that 30, 40 people can get shot and 20 and 30 people get killed in a weekend, and it's being done by people who are repeat offenders, that the system and the kind of policies, that are enacted, let them back out on the street. I shouldn't be concerned. We all ought to be concerned about what the problem is. It's not the majority of people who are creating the problem. It's not the majority. It's only a handful, and they're being allowed back out on the street by some elected politicians in many cases, and elected judges and prosecutors I'm sorry. But I question that. I ask myself, why? Why is that? That's what I'm supposed to do. That's my job. And so, and for people who like to criticize and complain, that's my first question to complainers and people that criticize is, what are you doing to make a difference? Anything? And more often than not, you find that they're not doing anything but complaining and criticizing. Anyway, you have yourself a safe and enjoyable day. Love all of you. Stay tuned for Fox News up next on WHBB Selma. It's 9 o'clock.
I'm Chris Foster of Fox News. Ukraine's President Zelensky again says he cannot cede territory to Russia, and that's part of President Trump's peace plan. He says Zelensky's going to have to start making concessions. He's losing.
It would be nice if we would read it. You know, a lot of people are dying, so